I'm going to show you how to submit your final self-evaluations at the end of student teaching. The pages are located at the very bottom of your table of contents underneath all the other sections. Here are all the self-evaluations, and these include the post-surveys. Now, one evaluation, the mid-disposition evaluation, should be done somewhere halfway between your placement. So if you're a split placement, do it at the end of that. If you're 14-week placement, then just do it around 7 or 8 weeks or so. All of the rest of them will be done at the end of student teaching. So let's just choose this. I'll choose the disposition self-evaluation. And you can see that it's not ready to submit, but there's no documents, nothing to attach on the page. So to get that submit button to turn green, we need to add something. So let's just add a text block. I'm just going to type my name. Anything will work. Click Save and Close. So now here's the text that I added, and now you can see the Submit button has turned green. So you're just going to click Submit. And for all of these, just submit them to me and click Submit. Now, here's where it gets interesting. This is different than what you've seen before. You are actually the assessor of yourself. So normally you submit work to your supervisor. They can see that whole page of your portfolio here at the top of the screen. They can see anything that you've attached or your text here. And at the bottom of their screen, they're given a rubric grid to assess you with. This is the rubric. So you, in this case, are going to assess yourself. How well do you feel you've done with your dispositions? You're being evaluated on your dispositions by your supervisor and your teacher. This is your opportunity to tell us how you evaluate yourself. So the first criterion is cares. You can see if I hover my mouse over the words, it gives me a complete description of what that means, what it's characterized by. If I hover my mouse over the rating scale, you can see it's a 1 to 5 rating scale with not observed as one of the options. So I can just click on a rating: novice, emerging, basic, proficient, exemplary, or not applicable. So I just choose how I think I did. I'll choose a 4. You don't need to leave any comments for us whatsoever. I'll click Next Criterion, 3, Next Criterion, 5, Next Criterion, 5. You can see that the buttons at the bottom turn green as you go across, as you complete them. So once all the little circles are green all the way across, click Save. It tells you at the top that the assessment has been saved. And now this threw me the first time I looked at it because it just left me here. Now what do I do? Where do I go? I think the easiest thing for you to do is just come to the side menu, go back to the dashboard, and now you know exactly where you are. Now those assessments are going to show up under Work on your My Results screen. Every single thing you submit in chalk and wire shows up here on the My Results screen. So choose 100 because you want to see all of them on one screen. Scroll all the way down to the bottom, and the most recent will be here on the bottom. Now you can see that here is the disposition that I submitted, and it says incomplete. That's because I didn't go all the way across. I just answered the first 3 or 4 of them. So if this happens to you, if you end up with an incomplete, you missed a question, then just click Complete and say Complete here. And that will take you back to that rubric and allow you to complete it. If you see an overall score here instead of the word incomplete, if you see an overall score, that means that you completed it successfully. So here's where you can always go and check and make sure that your self-evaluations submitted successfully.